members, it is 5 p.m. on the dot, and so I'm going to go ahead and call our Wednesday, November 1st, 2023 closed session to order and ask the clerk, do we have any requests to speak on closed session items, or have you received any correspondence on closed session items?
There are no requests to speak, and if there were any correspondence, they'd be in your folder in front of you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and let's recess to closed session. It's 5:01, and we will be back at 6 o'clock for our regular meeting. Thank you. All right, it is 6 p.m. and we are about ready to get started. Maybe if we can turn that TV down in there and then it won't be all echoey. All right, well, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. This is Wednesday, November 1st, 2023. And we did have a closed session earlier, and I will go ahead and call this meeting to order at 6:01. Mr. City Attorney, do we have anything to report out of closed session?
We do not, Mayor.
All right, thank you. So we'll now move to asking the clerk, do we have any correspondence on tonight's agenda?
Yes, there is some correspondence in your folders, email correspondence related to public comment. No item, not anything specific on the agenda.
Non-agenda item. All right,
Yes.
thank you very much, Sarah. And if you wouldn't mind, would you please call roll?
Councilmember Dynas?
Here.
Councilmember Estrada?
Here.
Councilmember Sobek?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Carwin?
Here.
And Mayor Zimmerman.
And I'm here, thank you. And so we are very fortunate to have Pastor Steve Leonards. His wife Catherine is here too, but Pastor Leonards, I believe you're here to give us some words of inspiration, and we appreciate you taking some time for us. For those of you who don't know, Pastor Leonards is the pastor of Eagle Ridge Church right on Holland and Marietta Road.
Thank you, Mayor Zimmerman and the council members. It's an honor to be invited here. I'd like to do two things in prayer, in my invocation this evening. I'd like to, first of all, just recognize the conflict in the Middle East and lift up everybody in prayer concerning that. The second thing I'd like to do is we're on the heels of Veterans Day. So I'd like to give the Lord thanks for all the men and women who have served. If you'd like, please bow your head. Father, we come to you this morning, and Lord, I'm so grateful for the city of Menifee and the blessings, how we have experienced growth and vibrancy, and how you've blessed us, and you've put your hand on this city, on our council members, as well as our mayor. And Father, I pray that you continue to do so and guide them, give them wisdom as they make decisions and weigh out all the different particulars of things that come their way. And Lord, we want to lift up our brothers and sisters in the Middle East, that particular conflict as it heats up and could possibly lead to some devastating and even more devastating issues in the near future. Lord, we lift up the nation of Israel. Lord, we know that your word tells us that we're to pray for the peace of Israel, Lord, but we also pray for the peace of that whole entire area of land. Lord, we pray for those affected in Gaza as well as the neighboring areas, that you would work that out in a supernatural way and bring peace. And Lord, as we inch forward to Veterans Day, everyone here is eternally grateful for those men and women who have served and given us the ability to have the freedoms that we have in the greatest nation on this planet. We're so grateful. I pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor Leonards. We appreciate you being here tonight and your words of inspiration. All right, so we are now on item 4. That's Pledge of Allegiance. We have someone in the audience. His name is Chuck Buckmeyer. He is a board member at the HOA at the Oasis who held a legislative summit and forum yesterday. So thank you for doing that and inviting us all. Chuck, if you don't mind leading us in the flag salute tonight, let's all stand. All right, we are on item 5. Our first presentation item is 5.1, and that is our awesome youth leaders of Menifee, who I see in the audience here. And Mr. Reinhardt is going to introduce them at the podium, so I'll just go ahead and turn it over to you, Michael.
All right, good evening, Mayor and City Council. So today we have the honor of introducing you to our 2023-2024 Youth Leaders of Menifee officers. These 11 individuals, we have 9 here today, have taken the extra step in responsibility in applying. Either they got voted in for our president, vice president, or they interviewed to take extra responsibilities for volunteering for the city of Menifee. They're going to tell you a little bit more about what they're doing this year. So I'm going to have them come up to the stage and they're going to introduce who they are. All right, if you guys want to come on up.
Maybe we can start with the president and vice president.
They have a plan. They're going
Oh,
to
they
go
got a
last.
plan? All right. I'll let you guys do it the way you got it orchestrated.
And then if we could get the slide up on the, oh, perfect, there we go.
Yes.
All right.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having us here. I'm Alessandra Pimentel. I'm a junior at Paloma Valley High School, and this is my 3rd year in YLM, and I'm on the green team.
Hi, I'm Claudia. I'm a senior at Paloma Valley High School, and this is my 1st year in YLM, and I'm also on the green team.
Hi, my name is AJ Rodriguez. I'm a junior at Paloma Valley High School. This is my 3rd year as a youth leader, and I'm on the youth mentor team.
Hi, my name is Elsie Sisson. I am a senior at Paloma Valley High School. This is my 1st year at YLM, and I am also part of the youth mentor team.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Perla Sanchez. I am a senior at Paloma Valley High School. This is my 3rd year at YLM, and I am also on the youth team.
Hello, everybody. I am Cecilia Viramontes. I am a current junior at Liberty High School, and I am one of the teen activity leads, and my total years in YLM is 3 years in total. Thank you, everybody.
Hello, my name is Ria Gupta. I am currently a senior at Paloma Valley High School, and I am a leader for the teen team.
Thank you, officers. I'm going to introduce myself, Alexander Casillas. I'm the vice president for this year's term, and this is Eliza, which is our...
Hi, everyone. My name is Eliza Lazaro, and I am a senior at Paloma Valley High School. This is my 3rd year with this program, and I couldn't be more excited to serve as president for Youth Leaders of Menifee. I will go ahead and let Alex, our vice president, explain what YLM is and our purpose.
Our regular meetings take place the 4th Tuesday of each month at 6 p.m. with additional meetings for officers on the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays each month at 5:30 p.m. All meetings take place at our Lazy Creek Recreational Center. For YLM, the purpose of the Youth Leaders of Menifee is to promote public service and community involvement with, for, and by the youth. Teens have the opportunity to be at the voice of the community by creating and implementing programs and events for teens and youth. YLM creates a positive environment for teens to develop leadership skills, to enhance their communication, and build self-esteem and confidence. Through this program, teens will also receive job readiness training and have the opportunity to volunteer at city events. We also collaborate with members from every part of the city. Our goal is to inspire, educate, and influence the Menifee community through the youth's mind.
Thank you, Alex. I will go ahead and explain what our theme for this year is and our goals. Every year, YLM has a theme that we initiate our events, and this year we chose Unity, and our motto is Rising Together. I will go ahead and explain how our theme is Unity is represented for each of our teams. So, teen and youth teams unite all kids and teenagers of all backgrounds and abilities. As teens, we are working hard every day to build a better future than today. There is no exclusion of anyone as we come together to cultivate the future of our youth and teens through unity. As for the green team, this green bunch unites the community with the importance of the environment and ties the two together to touch the importance of sustainability and the health of our future generation. Through unity, YLM can help empower the Menifee community through involvement, good citizenship, and positivity from the youth. Our goals for this year include meeting our 1,000 mark of community service hours, as well as having an open meeting and a potential initiative that corresponds with Unity. This theme is our Painting for a Change idea, which will serve to unite our citizens for creating a mural or mosaic tile to give back to the community. And this will help us have generations come together for many times. We want to bridge together the diverse, intergenerational, and evolving community of Menifee through initiatives that unite our age groups for a better future than today. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak today, and I'll go ahead and pass it to our coordinator, Mikey.
All right, thank you. So as you can tell, we have some awesome high school students this year. You're going to see them a lot around the community. As you guys know, they volunteer at our city events. They plan programs and activities for all the teens and kids in the community. So we're really excited for everything that is to happen this year. So thank you for letting us introduce them to you, and we will pass it back.
All right, well done, you guys. So before you leave, just council members, do we have any comments or encouragement or anything that we want to share? Feel free, Councilman Estrada.
Guys, I'm very proud of the work that you're doing. Just looking, the aura you guys give the rest of the room, all these adults feel it. It's very courageous. You're showing responsibility. You guys are evolving into young, productive members of society, and it gives hope to all the adults in this room and anyone looking at you. You guys are a good example, especially for your peers and those at your high schools, so keep it up.
Yeah, well said. Councilmember Sobek.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I just want to say that you're a beautiful-looking group of young men and young women, and your theme of unity is just wonderful. I look forward to hearing the many things that you're going to be doing this year, and look forward to seeing you out at the many events. Thank you, Mr. Reinhardt, for leading this group. I know they all look up to you, and just look forward to the great things you're going to do. And look, at the end of the season, I guess we'll have you back, and we'll get to hear some report out. But I know you've been out the last few years at Menifee Better Together and other things, so good for you, and again, love your theme.
Thank you.
I'll just kind of wrap it up too. You are high school students, but I want you to know that you are the most valuable role models to younger elementary school and middle school kids, because I get to speak to them at Boys and Girls Club and at Scouts, and I'm always encouraging them to be volunteers and get involved. And they can hear it from me, and it means one thing, but when you model it by example and show them, man, that just means the world to younger students. So keep up the great work. You're great role models. Thank you for volunteering, and we just absolutely appreciate you here in Menifee. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. When you have your teen awards, please invite us, because we want to be there to cheer you guys on.
We will.
Yep. All right.
Thank you.
All right, you guys have it. Yep. Okay, we're going to move on. We have our community services update, and I see Gabby Cow coming to the podium. So welcome, Ms. Cow.
Hello and good evening, Mayor and council members. My name is Gabby Cow. I'm the Community Services Supervisor, and I'm here to give you the Community Services update. Can we go ahead and have our slideshow? So before I dive into our upcoming events and programs, I just want to show a quick video just to recap some of the recent city events we've had. Can we have the sound, please? So thank you, council, and to our community for always supporting our department and helping us to grow our events year after year. So that's not all. We are just getting started on all of our holiday events. This coming Saturday, we'll be celebrating the 1-year anniversary already of the Gail Webb Kids Are #1 Action Sports Park. After our monthly dig session in the morning with the park rangers, we'll be joined by Gail Webb herself, food vendors, and Pat Casey's family to celebrate his life. On the 11th, we will have our annual Veterans Day event at Central Park beginning at 10 a.m. We have a keynote speaker, our veteran resource booths, military banner presentations, a flyover at 11:11 as long as the weather permits, a barbecue lunch, live entertainment from the 300th Army Band, and a special presentation for our Korean War veterans. So the Korean Deputy Consul General will present the Korean War Ambassador for Peace Medal to 5 Menifee service members to honor and thank them for their service during the Korean War. That following week, Healthy Menifee will be hosting our annual Trot for a Cause 5K and Fun Run, also at Central Park and along the Paloma Wash Trail. This is not an officially sanctioned 5K race, but staff will be able to provide race times for runners at the fish line if they would like that. The first 150 participants will receive a free event t-shirt, and we encourage participants to dress up in their best Thanksgiving costumes for additional chances to win a prize. There will also be inflatable obstacle course and rock climbing wall and plenty to do after the race is over. Additionally, the Menifee Valley Community Cupboard will be on site to collect donations as well. And for a sneak peek into our December events, we've actually officially opened up registration for Breakfast with Santa and Santa on Wheels this morning. They're already starting to fill up. There are 3 seatings for Breakfast with Santa. Registration is required for everyone. Tickets are $12 per person, but children under 2 are free. For Santa on Wheels, those visits are filling up quickly as well, and we encourage families to register early. This year, we're allowing Menifee residents to register online as well as in person. So we are in no shortage of events, but alongside that, we have great classes for the community, informational workshops for seniors, fun adventures for the kids, and healthy options for the family. Menifee Interfaith and Community Service Council is hosting their annual Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving Day at the Cay Santa Sarah Senior Center. There will be 2 seatings, so please RSVP early by contacting the Senior Center front desk. And lastly, even though we're still in the middle of our flag football season, we're already beginning to take registration for our upcoming youth basketball league that will begin in January. Early bird registration ends this Friday, so we encourage our residents to sign up early. And at this time, does anyone have any questions about any of our upcoming events or activities?
Thank you, Gabby. Well done. Council members, do we have any questions or comments? Feel free.
Just a quick question. The Youth Basketball League, where do they play?
We'll be playing at Santa Rosa Academy again.
Excellent. Thank you.
You know, I just want to make a comment and just thank you for working so hard. I know I brought forward last year about the Korean War presentation that can be made available. And I knew that we had some Korean War vets here, and I know you worked hard, your department, to get this information, to be able to do this presentation, and I look forward to seeing that on Veterans Day, so thank you.
Absolutely.
Hearing no more, I do want to say a thank you to you and your team for working with our local car club, the Sun City Cruisers. They came to me many months ago and said, help me get connected to the city. We want to participate. And so I introduced you, and you guys took it from there. You came up with the trunk or treat idea. What a success. I mean, they gave out thousands of pounds of candy to all the kids, and it was just great. So you found a great way to put them in there. I thought it was brilliant, and let's keep working with our local groups just like that. I know they're good guys, and they want to get involved, so thanks for being a good team player with that. So
of course, absolutely.
Kudos, yes. Anything else, council members? Gabby, thank you so much for your good presentation. All right, we're going to move on now. We are on item 6. This is agenda approval or modifications. Madam Clerk, do we have any modifications to our agenda this evening?
No, there are no modifications.
All right, so council members, all in favor of approving tonight's agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, we're on item 7 now. This is public comments on non-agenda items. Before I read this, Madam Clerk, do you have any requests to speak? Anybody fill out a speaker card?
Yes,
for
we
not-
do have a couple people that
All right,
would like to speak.
so let me just read this and then we'll call their names. This is the time for members of the public to address the council about items that are not listed on the agenda. The Brown Act limits the council's ability to respond to comments on non-agendized matters at the time they're made. Each speaker will be limited to 3 minutes on a single item. So if you could call our first speaker, please.
First up is Gloria Sanchez, followed by Amanda Skipper.
Very good. Welcome, Ms. Sanchez.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, residents of Menifee. It's a pleasure to be with you here tonight. I just want to give you an update. So many things are happening in our city. I just want you to know that the Menifee Senior Advisory Committee is involved in many of them. We continue to work with our seniors to help them understand what is going on here in the city, how to get them involved and be engaged in every day, and also be out in the sunshine and get some good vitamin D, which they need. We don't want our seniors to be lonely at any time, so we encourage them to do this. I want to thank Community Services Department for always being out there for the transportation workshop that many of you have attended. They continue to have these on a monthly basis, and our seniors are very engaged and very interested in that program. So I want to thank you for bringing that program on. As chair of the Menifee Interfaith and Community Service Council, I want to remind you that we are having our annual Evening of Gratitude on Sunday, November 19th at 7 p.m. at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and that is at 7 p.m. So please put that on the calendar. Everyone is invited. And lastly, I do want to announce that, once again, it is my pleasure with a group, again, the Menifee Interfaith and Community Service Council, that we have put on this for at least 9 to 10 years, the Thanksgiving free meals for Menifee. We want to make sure that no one goes without a meal on Thanksgiving Day. This event is held on Thanksgiving Day at the K. Siniceto Senior Center. We have 2 seatings that day, one at 11:30 and one at 1:30. We are hoping that we fill that room and serve as many people as we can. It is our quest to always be there for our seniors and also for anyone that needs a meal. No one will be turned away. So please, we do ask you to call the Senior Center to make reservations. We have distributed flyers to the Romaland School District as well as the Menifee Union School District because we want our families to be there as well. We know that we have some homeless families out there. We want them to know that we care about them and we want them to attend this. So with that said, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Sanchez, and thank you for your service on our Senior Advisory Committee. You guys are doing a great job. All right, and I believe Ms. Skipper was up next, so welcome. We're glad you're here tonight.
Hi, my name is Amanda Skipper, and we are here with a plea for help. We currently have an open code violation case, but only became aware of the case on September 28th. As our mail gets stolen, the case was opened at the end of March, and we have noted with code enforcement previously that our mail is stolen. We have our mail sent to our business address in Hemet because of this issue. On the city's website, the statement is that we deliver an experience where people feel unified, engaged, and safe. My experience in dealing with the city staff about the code violations doesn't make me feel unified or safe. I am here to ask for a point of contact that can work with me across all agencies. It appears the communication between the agencies are lacking. The lack of resolution and progress of the code violations are affecting my family's quality of life. I would also like to ask for an appeal on the citation fines as our appeal period has passed, but we were not aware of those again because our mail is stolen. I have reached out several times to the code enforcement supervisor with no response. I then reached out to Captain Gutierrez of the police department for help. Based on a records request for file evidence, he is the one that instructed code enforcement to fine us every 72 hours until we made contact. The captain was unable to help, but on October 19th assured me that the code supervisor, Mr. Wiggins, was the one to talk to and that he would make contact by October 23rd at the latest. Today, I have no response from Mr. Wiggins, either by phone or email. Now that we are aware of the code violations, we immediately started working to fix them. I am feeling discouraged because I just keep getting told by code enforcement staff that they have legally done their job by mailing the violation notices. My neighbor even told code enforcement our business name and what city we are located in. If they really wanted to address the code violations, they could have easily called our business to ask for Ricardo or I. We are never home as we are always at work during business hours. No notices were ever left from code enforcement at our residence, and this is why I'm asking for reasonable accommodation as the fines are up to $17,000. I am also asking for a central point of contact from Council Member Ricky Estrada's office to facilitate interagency communications to resolve the active code violations. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Skipper. Do we have any other speakers, Madam Clerk?
No, there are no other requests to speak.
All right, so we're going to move on now. We are on item 8. This is council member updates and comments, and we'll start with Councilman Dinas.
Thank you. On the 19th, along with the rest of the council, was at the State of the City. On the 25th, I attended RTA Southwest T-Now subcommittee meeting. Then on the 26th, I attended the RTA Board of Directors meeting. On the 31st, Oasis community was put on a legislative forum with all the state and county and local officials there. It was a very interesting and informative meeting. I appreciate that from the Oasis community, put that on. They're very, I say that the Oasis community is very involved and likes to keep up to date on stuff. And then finally today, I attended the RTA Administrative Committee meeting. That's all I have to report.
All right, thank you, Councilman. Councilmember Estrada.
Hey, good evening, everybody. On the 19th, I attended the State of the City with everybody, and we celebrated our 15th birthday. And to all my council colleagues, that's probably one of the funnest nights I've had so far this year. And I enjoyed everyone's company there. And good job to the economic development team and all of the staff that did a great job putting that together. You know, it was really fun, and we had our football jerseys on. And it was just, I enjoyed hanging out with everybody. So good job to the city on that. On the 20th, I went to the community cupboard karaoke night, and that was a lot of fun too. I went with Councilmember Carwin and Councilmember Zimmerman there, and we were able to raise money for our local community cupboard. So that Friday night went towards a good cause. And then on the 26th, I went to the Canyon Lake State of the City with Councilmember Sobek and Mayor Zimmerman. And we went over there to show goodwill towards our neighbors and check up on how they're doing, and they're doing just fine. So that's all I got.
All right, great report. All right, Councilmember Sobek.
Thank you, Mayor. I would like to report out as well, and I have a couple of pictures just to show those that are here tonight, and we're glad that you are. If they can bring up those slides, that'd be great. There we go. So as you can see, they had birthday cake at the State of the City. This young boy was enjoying his birthday cake. So I just want to thank Councilmember Carwin for his theme, A City of Innovation, and our partnerships with MSJC, how we were able to share not only our birthday bash, but we were able to share their anniversary. And again, I agree with Councilmember Ricky Estrada that the city put on a fabulous State of the City. And if anyone has not watched the video, it is available on the city website on our PEG channel, or it's available on YouTube. And take a look at that and see all the wonderful things that is going on in our city. I also attended the Community Cupboard fundraiser that was put on to help them raise money for this winter season, where they'll be giving food baskets and food out to local residents for the holidays. So that was a great event. And I just want to say, so there were 4 of us there, And the mayor and Councilmember Estrada and Councilmember Carwin knocked it out of the park when it comes to singing and performing. They did a great job, and I was the cheerleader sitting there clapping my hands. So it was a nice event. Also, I want to say thank you to our staff and for everyone who participated to help make our fall festival and another birthday celebration a success. I agree with the mayor, as he said earlier, the Sun City Cruisers car show, Trunk or Treat, I have heard nothing but positive things from our residents about that they would like that to be an annual event or an annual thing at our event. I understand the Sun City Cruisers even invited the Drifters, another car club, who participated, and I believe there may even have been one others. They all want to be invited. They all want to participate. But best of all, it was fun for our families, our residents, and our children. So they said it's just the beginning. Next year is going to be even better if they're invited back. So I attended the Canyon Lake State of the City, and Mayor Jeremy Smith did a great job presenting their State of the City this year, and it was fun to see what our neighboring city is doing and how they're progressing, and it was great to be able to support them. I also attended the Oasis Legislative Forum that was put on yesterday by the Oasis, and I know that our Gloria Sanchez, who spoke earlier, and some others were involved with that and helping that become a success. It was nice. We even got to hear from Congressman Calvert, who was in Washington, D.C., but made a special video just for the city of Menifee. He shared how being on the, is it one of the committees he's on, transportation, that he has granted funding for the city of Menifee for the Bradley Road Bridge for $5 million. He's earmarked money for our Scott Road widening Bundy Canyon. And then he's earmarked some funding for another overpass that's going to be coming. So I think the mayor might mention that. Also, it was mentioned earlier, if you want to come out to our pump track on Saturday, it is our 1-year anniversary. The Gail Webb Kids Are Number One Sports Park celebration, and they're going to have a DJ, they're going to have open ride, food vendors, demonstrations, so it's going to be a fun day on Saturday, this Saturday, and that's all I have the report out on.
All right, great report. Mayor Pro Tem Carwin.
Thank you very much. You know, as always, when it comes around to the end of the line here, it's nice to see how many of our council members have attended so many of these events together. So, yeah, the State of the City, obviously, we were all there for that, and I thought it was just a spectacular event. It really was well done. There was, it seemed seamless to the attendees. They don't know what our staff dealt with, and they did a tremendous job hiding the seams and putting a tremendous event together, so congratulations on that. I had the opportunity to be the host and MC of the Community Covered Celebrity Karaoke event, and I would like to announce publicly that the winner of the most entertaining act of the evening was our mayor, Bill Zimmerman. So, sang Minnie the Moocher and knocked it out of the park, representing the city council in the competition. So, absolutely no fix was in with me being the host and MC and you winning whatsoever.
Gloria was a judge.
That's right. I attended the Fall Festival, and along with the Fall Festival that we've heard so much about, also as a part of that event, we did the ribbon cutting for the Community Cupboard's new refrigerator truck. So they were able to move perishable goods back and forth on a larger scale, and that was really just a thrill to see the growth of the Community Cupboard and the services that they provide to the community. So along with celebrating fall at 95 degrees, we also got to have a refrigerator truck there, so we kind of got both ends of the thing. And I attended the Oasis Legislative Forum, which was great. It's the first time I'd gotten to hear Bill Asaley, our assemblyman, speak at length. And I think a lot of people were meeting him for the first time there because he was campaigning during COVID. So that was a nice opportunity to meet with him and see that. And then I just wanted to make a quick announcement that coming up we have Veterans Day celebrations, and just so nobody thinks I'm protesting or anything, I will not be there because some of you know that my son was in a terrible car accident in Chicago, and he's going to be getting released from acute rehab, and I'm going to be flying back there to help him get acclimated to home. So I'll be coming back on the 12th. So unfortunately, I'm going to miss a lot of the Veterans Day events, but I just wanted to express in advance my support for all of the veterans, and I've been to every one so far. It's the first one I've missed, and I'm disappointed in that, but sometimes family trumps all. So I hope everyone will understand that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Family first, and Bob, please give your son our best.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to try to be brief here. This is since our last meeting on October 18th. On the 19th, Thursday, I went to the Neighbors Business Mixer down in Wildemar, and then we had our State of the City address. Great job, as was mentioned. On Friday the 20th was the celebrity karaoke event. It was great for us all to be there, and Councilman Estrada and his wife sang wonderfully as well. So on Saturday the 21st was our fall festival and trunk or treat, the refrigerator truck. Great event, everybody. Just really pleased with that, and there was thousands of people that really enjoyed that. On Sunday, the 22nd, there is a church called Faith Lutheran Church in Sun City that is the place where we're going to be putting our future, I hate to use the word park, but Serenity Garden probably is better. But anyway, that church was built in 1963, and so this was their 60th anniversary. So I gave a proclamation signed by all of us and attended their service, and they were very appreciative that the city was there to congratulate them on their birthday. Then I was on Tuesday the 24th, Scout Pack 374 that meets at Elevation Church invited me to come and speak to all of those young kids, and we talked about city governance and what it means with the way we do things here locally, and so they asked a lot of really great questions. And then on Wednesday the 25th, there was a ribbon cutting ceremony for Clinton Keith Road Extension. So as you know, Clinton Keith Road had that one missing link that goes east to Highway 79 Winchester Road, and RCTC and the city of Murrieta, they're all involved in that, WRCOG, and that got extended. It's going to actually open up here in the next week, but they held that ceremony last week on Wednesday. And then there was a chamber mixer at Wishbone that I attended that day. On Thursday the 26th, Canyon Lake held their State of the City, and Councilmember Sobek and I got to spend a little time with those Sun City Cruisers because Jeremy Smith is their mayor, and he's a hot rod enthusiast, and so his theme had a bunch of hot rods out on the front, and so he was like, Bill, help me get some hot rods, and so we got our Sun City Cruisers over there, and it was very nice to have them be a part. On Saturday the 28th, I joined Supervisor Washington. He held an event over at the patio by Breakfast Club, and it was an opportunity for our residents to get to know about redistricting and that we're now in District 3 and we have a new supervisor. And so there was a lot of great questions for him as well. So it was good for us to be there. Councilmember Sobek was there too to show some support. We just have great collaboration with our county and all those great programs that we do together. On Monday the 30th, there was a men's senior softball versus the MSJC women's softball team, and they do an annual scrimmage, and so they asked me to come out and throw the first pitch. So I did that on Monday the 30th, and on Tuesday the 31st, which is yesterday, was the event that we've all went to yesterday at the Oasis, the legislative town hall, and I thought that was well done. I'm very impressed with the turnout of the folks at the Oasis. There was over 100 people, maybe something like 150 that showed up. And Bill Asaley, our assemblyman, he said that. He goes, you know, most places he goes to, HOAs, there's 10, 12 people. He used the word apathy. He said, but there's no apathy at the Oasis in Menifee. Everybody came out and they're interested in hearing from our state and federal legislators. And so kudos to all those folks there that are residents. Quick announcement. Tomorrow there's going to be a Veterans Expo. It's hosted by Senator Sayardo. It's at 10 a.m. and it's at Monteleone Meadows. So I'm going to try and go to that, and if you guys are able to, please join me. And then this Friday, there is the annual barn dance, and they haven't done it in a little while because of COVID, but they're bringing it back. And it's 7 p.m. at K. Siniceros Center, and it's a fundraiser for the community cupboard, so bring a canned good. You don't have to be Michael Jackson or anything. This is a barn dance where they're going to show you how to do it all, and it's actually very, very fun. And then we mentioned the Gale Webb Pump Track event. I'll be there. And then Boys and Girls Club is having their gala fundraiser this Saturday night. And so I'm going to attend that, and I hope you guys can too. All right, so that's it. Anybody else have anything they want to share? All right, we'll move on our agenda now. We're on item 9. This is the approval of minutes. It's the minutes from September 6th. Council members, do we have any changes? Hearing none. All in favor of approving those minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, and I didn't hear any nays, so that's approved unanimously. We're on item 10 now. This is our consent calendar, and all matters on the consent calendar are to be approved in one motion unless a council member requests a separate action on a specific item on the consent calendar. If an item is removed, it'll be discussed individually and acted upon separately. So, Madam Clerk, do we have any requests to speak on our consent calendar items?
No, we do not.
All right.
But there is, I believe, correspondence in your folder.
We do have correspondence. All right, thank you.
10.8 maybe?
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll check that. All right, and then council members, do we have any items that we'd like to pull for discussion? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve the balance of the consent
So
calendar?
moved.
All right. Second. All right, so we'll do electronic voting. Gina sees me looking at the clock because we got a bet. Can we get through a council meeting in under an hour? Yeah. And that passed unanimously, which moves us to our next item is public hearing. There are none, so we have one discussion item, 12.1, and it is our 2024 City Council meeting calendar. So, Madam Clerk, maybe you can help us through this. I think you have some proposed dates looking at 2024 that might be holidays or reasons why we might want to consider postponing those meetings.
Yes.
Canceling.
Do you mind if I stay here? Would you like me to go up to the podium?
I think you're okay right there.
Yes, this is, I'll make this really quick. So I don't know who's.
Can we pull up her slide, please? There it is.
All the time you want.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to pay up.
So the council is very familiar with this item. We do it annually to look into the next year's city council meetings. I don't have a clicker.
Can we advance, please? Somebody's got a slide.
Next slide, please.
There it is.
So these are all of the dates, first and third Wednesday of the month for 2024. And these are some dates that council might consider canceling. Generally, the city council cancels the first meeting in January due to staff, consultants, and developers taking time off for the holidays. July 3rd is also a consideration to allow for summer vacations, as many other cities and agencies do. July 3rd is an option just because it's a day before Independence Day. And then we have October 16th, which will be next year's Cal Cities annual conference. And then December 4th, I just wanted to point that one out to you because the posting deadline falls on Thanksgiving. Although staff will be prepared to post on the Wednesday prior, it will also leave council to review the agenda during that Thanksgiving weekend. So just again, just for your discussion and direction for that one.
All right, so I think that gets us there, right, Sarah?
Yes.
So I like your recommendations personally. Council members, how do we feel? Do we have any objections to those 4 recommendations to cancel those meetings? Go ahead, Councilmember Sobek.
Yeah, I don't have a, I agree, but if we need to have a special meeting, can we do that in December?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, it's likely we will have to have one because next year is an election. If the registrar of voters does not certify before, well, they have a deadline to certify because of the election is November 5th. They have a deadline for December 5th. So we can also take the certification of the election to the December 18th, I believe, the second meeting in December. So it's up to council, yes.
So council members, do we all agree we'll go ahead with those? Mayor Pro Tem Carwin, I'm sorry.
I don't have a problem reading the agenda over that Thanksgiving weekend, so we don't have to worry about it. I'd be fine leaving that meeting as is. Okay. You know, it's an agenda. If it's going to be light, we can make it a light agenda if we don't have anything pressing. But to leave that there instead of having to rush and put in a special meeting to account for a disaster, I'd rather leave it on calendar. It doesn't bother me to read the materials.
How do you guys feel, Dean?
But if everybody else wants to cancel it, I'm not going to take it to the mountain.
Well, being in a turkey stupor after, but no, I have no problem. Yeah, it's fine. You know, if you want to leave it on, that's fine. You know, I'm indifferent to it. But you know, that'll leave it on there. If there's something pressing that comes up that we don't know now that will come up, at least it'll be agendized and ready to do a meeting.
Is it best to leave it on or add it if necessary?
Which one's easier, Jeff, to cancel or to add?
It's easier to cancel, but neither is difficult.
Okay.
So, but
you just pushed us over the edge. So let's leave that one on, and if we want to cancel it, we can. Councilmember Estrada, did you have a comment?
Yeah, I think the holidays are really hectic for a lot of people and their personal lives, and you know, I don't know if people want to be reading government business over dinner. So I would be in favor.
You know, Michael Knighton will be.
So I don't mind getting rid of it, and then coming back if we really need to. But I think, you know, I think people would appreciate the time off. It's my preference.
Now you've pushed us back the other way.
Well, I believe in the past we've called special meeting because of because it's an election year. And we have had in the past a special meeting the second Wednesday. And we're going to miss that deadline. If we have our meeting on the 4th and they don't certify till the 5th, it might make sense to have that special meeting in the second week. So it's just a thought.
I guess so. The answer is if the certification deadline is the 5th, having a meeting ready on the 4th won't make any difference because we won't know if they're going to certify by the 5th anyway.
But we would run it status quo as this council makeup up until then, and then on the 18th, if I remember the way it works, is I would open that meeting and then we'd swear in newly electeds in that same meeting, and I go home and have a party, and you guys continue the meeting. But anyway, yeah, so, I mean, so we could we can still do a December 4th meeting. It's not a problem. So how about if we just leave it on, and then if we decide we want to cancel it, we'll cancel it. Like Jeff said, it's easier to cancel than to add, so. Is that okay? I think we have direction, Sarah, so.
Yes, thank you. I will.
Do we need to vote?
We don't need to vote. We just give direction, right?
Yes, just direction.
All right.
So all of the other dates were okay, and leave December 4th as is.
In place.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. All right, let's move to city attorney reports.
But I do have to say that if any of the council colleagues do not attend this year's State of the City, that December meeting might be canceled.
The October one?
The December one. I'm just
Or September?
I'm just saying, let's go to the league meeting this year.
She's looking
Why
at
is she
me.
looking at me?
No, she's looking at me, and I'm looking this way. So
Yeah. You hear her?
I got two of you in front of me, so I'll say it's she's looking at you.
Councilmember Sobek got stuck traveling by herself to Cal Cities this year, and hopefully we'll be able to make it up to her next year.
Thank you for making a solo mission this year. All right, so with that, Mr. City Attorney, do we have anything to report?
Not tonight, Mayor.
And our interim city manager, do you have anything to report?
Not this evening, Mayor, and thank you.
All right, thank
I have
you.
14 future agenda items to discuss in detail.
Do you? Do we have any future agenda items, council members? All right, hearing none, we are adjourned, and it is 6:50. Thank you, everybody, for being here.